Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's the Eradicator, and it looks like Star Citizen is now finally having working ship-to-ship refueling, at least according to the latest Evocati rumors. Yes, that's right, Star Citizen Alpha 3.17.0D is now in Evocati, and so we know what's going on there, so let's jump straight to it, with ship-to-ship refueling being one of the features that quite a lot of people have been expecting, especially at my buddies at Ultima Energy, implementing the systems that will allow players flying specific ships to refuel other ships and get paid for it. We are of course talking about the MISC Starfarer. The players will fill those specific ships' fuel tanks from a station using the newly updated rearm, restock and refuel interface at landing zones and space stations. The Starfarer has 6 external fuel pods and each individual pod can be filled with one fuel type of the player's choosing, hydrogen or quantum. This allows players to carry varying amounts of fuel to cater to refueling needs. Refueling, which is great because it's going to be, people are going to have to make business choices here. It's basically the first time we got an actual player-to-player business happening in Star Citizen, and this is awesome. Refueling consists of the fuel giver and the fuel receiver. Now, the problem I have is, and this is something that was talked about in yesterday's Star Citizen Almost Live with Todd Peppy, is what's the point right now? Did they actually refactor how fuel works in the variant? Are people consuming more fuel so that they need to be refueling more often? Which would make sense because maybe not everybody wants to go to a station. And Todd Peppy did say that they have, but to what extent so far, that is unknown. Anyway, to start the process, the fuel giver Starfarer must deploy the refueling arm using the refueling terminal on the bridge. This is not something that you will be able to do on the cockpit, by the way. You will have to do that on the bridge. This allows the fuel receiver and any ship to receive docking and targeting the fuel giver and pressing N, which is the default keybind. This sends a docking request message to the refueling ship that can accept or deny. Once accepted, docking can be done manually and following the on-screen UI or automatically holding N. And people are going to say, but Erad, the cockpit and the bridge are this. No, this is not what I meant here. I meant that this is not something that the pilot will have from his pilot seat. After the fuel receiver is docked to the fuel giver, they must use the refueling terminal to define the fuel price. Now, I would hope that this is something that will be automatically predefined, because can you imagine you have to change the prices every time there is a new customer? That would be quite of a hassle. So I would hope that the Starfarer owners would be able to have some kind of default price for their fuel, and then they would adjust based on the demand, right? Supply and demand. The docked ship can then use the mobiGlass to open the Vehicle Maintenance Services app to view the set price and request the amount of hydrogen or quantum fuel they desire. Once they accept the price, the fuel giver can open the pod management screen to adjust the flow in and out of the fuel pods that contain the desired fuel types. They can then start sending fuel by opening the nozzle and adjusting flow rates while making sure not to extend the past nominal flow rate for too long, otherwise the fuel will be lost. Players will receive a warning error when their flow rate is too high, which can escalate into a danger warning and eventually damage the refueling arms or both ships and result in loss of fuel. When the amount of requested fuel is filled, the player must close the nozzle on the refueling terminal to prevent overflow fuel spillage. Once refueling is complete, funds are transferred and the two ships can undock from each other by either the refueling ship pressing the abort button or on the refueling terminal, or the docked ship pressing N, which is the default keybind. Guys, that is awesome, and it's really like a gas station simulator, but in space. This is really the first, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I really believe that this is the first player-to-player profession that we're getting in the verse in Star Citizen 3.17. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? That is great progress in terms of gameplay. It sucks that refueling is not that useful right now, but Todd Peppy did say that they made some arrangements, so we will definitely be commenting on those arrangements as soon as Star Citizen hits the PTU, and maybe we'll help CIG make the proper adjustments to make a little bit more exciting getting fuel from Starfarers. Anyway, Let's talk about the bug fixes now in this Star Citizen Alpha 3.17.0 D patch. Fixed an issue where players were unable to claim insurance on vehicles. How many times have we seen this fix? How many times have we seen the bug come back? But it seems that, well, it's fixed again. Equipment should no longer disappear and become lost permanently when trying to equip. After dying, a player's corpse should no longer fail to spawn, causing permanent loss of their last load at all. How many times has this happened to me? Last time I even did a live stream, I also saw that too. Game should no longer crash on start when the user folder is having umlauts. Also, they fixed an issue that allowed players to quantum travel from planetary surfaces, which we saw last time, but it was fixed again. There should no longer be misplaced geometry in the Hammerhead cargo hold. Coffee to go vendors should no longer freeze for a few seconds after leaving their usable console. Looks like we're having some issues here with the coffee vendors. What a surprise. Just like the barmen, they are going to be, I don't want to be mean, but I mean, the barmen are not always working, to say the least, right? Let's be nice, and I don't think that we should expect the coffee vendors to be any different. Placed a down player on medical bed should now complete correctly. Fix an issue where the player couldn't pick up the multi-tool attachment. Fix an issue that caused shops to still carry the S71 rifle and give a transaction error when purchased. This item was actually one of the items meant to be removed from shops, but someone's still appearing and now has been removed. That is a bummer, guys, because the S71 rifle is my favorite sniper in the game. I use it very often to do the bunker missions, not SPK, but definitely the bunker missions. It's one of my main guns, along with the Gallant Energy rifle. Sometimes I would use a Karma, but I try to always have an S71 rifle. And the fact that it's now removed from shops, well, makes it well, I'm gonna have to grind to get that gun. I'm gonna have to explore. I don't like exploring, but I really hope that it's going to make it more exciting, and it's gonna give the satisfaction of finding it in the verse. Also, expediting ship claims are that ISO terminal should no longer give incorrect voice prompt. The ship's utility tab for mining loadouts should no longer be missing from mining ships. With that comes 6 client crashes and 1 server deadlock. We still have a couple of known issues, including, for example, when docking to a Starfarer, the player ship was snapped below it. Refueling cost per SCU is still extremely high. Players cannot use VoIP to communicate, which is a problem because, well, sometimes it can prevent accidents, right? Cannot swap ship components via the VMA. Players can experience severe delays and failures to equip the items. Player party or members in the main menu cannot kick party members or leave the party. Nearby players will experience a visual stall when the player interacts with the shopping terminal. Players unable to spawn into Glacier, encountering an infinite load or black screen. Ouch! We're not gonna see the PTU, guys. We're gonna see PTU Wave 1 until that bug is finished, because that is quite game-breaking, and a lot of players are gonna be frustrated by that. ASUP terminal can be accessed by other players while in use by another. ASUP terminal display successfully retrieves designated hangar number. However, there is no ship marker. Well, that's okay. And the designated hangar is empty. That is not okay. Cave interiors on planets with breathable atmospheres do not have an atmosphere, which will cause players to die from suffocation. Basically, these are the caves on Macrotech. If you go out on Macrotech without a helmet, but you go in a cave, you are gonna die. AR markers are present when opening the mobi-glass, which can make it hard to read. The filters in the next do not function. Players can get stuck inside geometry by sitting on and getting up from boxes. Many mineable asteroids can't be scanned. Ships can explode after players exit them. MFDs are difficult to interact with due to overriding inner thought prompts. Various repair area don't always spawn back all the ship's weapons without the repair being complete, and that is also something that happened to me with my Avenger. I had a massive size 4 gun that was lost after a repair. This is a bug that's happening right now in 3.16 that the devs are acknowledging and trying to fix. The med pens and medical equipments now have a low levels of details at the pharmacy kiosks and when being used. Guys, here is the giveaway question. You know that each month we have a giveaway. This month is no different. I'm giving away a whole A and a whole C. The whole C comes with LTI. All you have to do is to subscribe to the channel and answer the question I'm going to ask right now. Guys, when do you think you'll be... are you going to be interacting with Starfarers? Are you going to be requesting fuel? Or do you think you're not going to be using this feature in 3.17? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, if you want to help out the extra mile on Patreon or via the YouTube Joe membership program, we've got exclusive content from now on. We also have exclusive giveaways where you have access to my Discord channel. And thanks to Dr. Frobin, this month on Discord, we have a whole bee. That is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to the DJ Don, Eric On, and Dr. Fobin. It's been the Eradicator. Have a great day. I will see you guys later. A huge shout out to everyone who's been helping me out on Patreon and via the YouTube Join membership program. Creating content on YouTube involves continuous circles of ups and downs, and it is when we are the lower parts of the curve that your help really motivates me to keep on going. Your contribution really does make a difference, which is why in return I try to give back by offering backers access to my private Discord channel, automatic access to exclusive giveaways, or answering your questions during the show. You can help me out with as little as $1 a month, and any help is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching again. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later.